I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that the Bonneville Salt Flats are the spiritual home of Landspeed racing. There's been Landspeed racing events happening there for well over a century now, and many of the big milestones have been broken at the Bonneville Salt Flats. Obviously, more recently it came to public fame with the release of The World's Fastest Indian, the story of Burt Munro from New Zealand. And it's also featured in a number of big Hollywood blockbusters and so on. Famously, Will Smith dragged an unconscious alien across it in Independence Day. But my journey with it has been somewhat mixed. It's not always been smooth sailing. When I first got the invite from Chris Harris, who was the head of Harris Family Racing, to send my bike over to the Bonneville Salt Flats alongside their car in 2012, that was an opportunity I couldn't turn down. A couple of good mates jumped on board and were there to help me out. Most notable initially was Rob. He is a mechanic, unlike myself, I'm not, and he helped me build the bike, 2008 ZX10. And crewing with me that year was a good friend, Kit. He came along for the trip and helped me run the bike on the salt. We had a great time. So I think I did 19 runs in total that time. I initially ran the bike in what's called the Partial Streamlining class. Couldn't get close to the record there, unfortunately. Did a best pass of 192 mile an hour. I was given the idea by another Kiwi team, Salt Brothers Racing, to strip all the bodywork off and run in the Open class, which is essentially a class for naked motorcycles where you're not allowed any streamlining. And that set the tone, really. So that's maintained a pattern that I continue even now, which is I take the bike over there and I run it in the partial streamlining, then we strip all the fairings off the thing, turn it around in the Open class and go and chase a record there. And in 2012 I did get close. I ran 184 mile an hour, which at the time was within half a mile an hour of the record, but just couldn't quite get that last half mile an hour out of the bike. And one thing that I learnt that year is that the naked class, or the Open class, that's brutal on the body. There is no way to escape that headwind. It's just clawing at every part of your body, and your helmet, of course, is the size of a pumpkin, and it's literally trying to rip your head off your shoulders. So when Kit and I left the Salt in 2012, I developed a couple of black eyes, which was a direct result of that helmet strap effectively choking me while I was trying to hold onto the bike at 184 mile an hour. But having come so close to getting a record, the bug had bit. So it turned out that trip in 2012 had given me a bad case of salt fever. So in 2014, again with Harris Family Racing, back to the salt we go. This time I had Rob with me, my engine builder. He was going to get a ride on the bike as a thank you for all the long hours that he'd put in. Also had Kev with me for his first trip to the salt, and the same too for Ferg. Now unfortunately that didn't go well. We turned up at the salt at the same time that the rains did. Lake Bonneville became a lake again, and there was no racing that year. Very kindly, Dwayne Jones, logistics extraordinaire based over in the States, he offered to put up the bike as well as the Harris Family Racing car, and so those two vehicles had a nice year-long holiday in sunny California while we came back home, determined to get back there in 2015. Yeah, that didn't work out so well either. 2015 was a total washout, cancelled before we even left New Zealand. After the disappointment of 2014 and 2015, 2016 looked like it was going to be our year. We had the new bike, Ferg came along and was my crew that year, and we got a whole bunch of runs in. Did the same format, started with the bike in partial streamlining, got a new PB there of 197.8 mile an hour, getting very close to that magic 200 mile an hour mark, and then we stripped the bike down and ran in the Open class once we knew it was perfectly dialed in for the conditions. And again, agonizingly close. Ran 185 mile an hour, a new PB. That was within a quarter of a mile an hour of the class record at the time. So close, but we just couldn't quite get it over the line there. By the time 2019 rolled round, the Salt Fever was still running strong, and this time we had a new addition to the team. Shane Morgan, aka Shrappy, is a very talented fabricator, and he was able to take a lot of the concepts and ideas that I had about ways to optimise the bike and bring them to fruition for me, which was fantastic. So off we go, off to Speedweek 2019, and we had Shrappy with us as well as Ferg back for another go, and Kev with us too. Now, unfortunately, that didn't really pan out so well. The heavens opened, the rains came down, and when racing finally did get underway many days late, the course, it was obvious, wasn't going to hold up to much. So we got out there super early, determined to be towards the front of the queue when racing did start. And it was just as well we did that, because the queues were massive. The line of traffic for people wanting to have a go just stretched on and on for what seemed like forever. Got the one run in, 189 mile an hour, which in the conditions was pretty outstanding, I'd have to say. We found out afterwards that was the second fastest motorcycle speed of the entire event. So out of all the days of racing and 40 plus motorcycle competitors, that one run of mine was the second fastest out of them all. So that was promising. And on that same trip, we also met Keith and Tonya Turk, very famous in Landspeed racing circles. Tonya actually gave me this shirt of the Freiburger Turk race car. So that was a bit of a highlight. And while frustrations were running high, we were still keen. There was still unfinished business. After the disappointment of 2019, I did have some success campaigning the bike here at Landspeed New Zealand events. Most notably at Gowdy's Road, I picked up a handful of national class records and even broke the 200 mile an hour barrier for the first time, which was a real bucket list item. But the salt fever was still calling, so when I had the opportunity to return to the salt in 2025, this was something that I jumped at. Fortunately for me, Kevin was back on board again and Tracy was coming along for the first time. So a lot of the footage that you're about to see was actually filmed by Kevin, who became our roving reporter on the salt, as well as performing the rest of his team duties. So thank you, Kev, I appreciate that. So let's bundle the bike up with the Harris family racing car, send that across to Utah, and we'll go join it, pick the story up on the ground, Speedweek 2025.
Well, Walt, you passed tech inspection. Any thoughts on what's just happened? Few. Few thoughts or few?
I think went through earlier this morning.
Yep.
And he got a clean bill of health. So
Nice.
I'm just happy that I didn't let the side down.
No, I didn't let the side down. Okay, here we are at car tech inspection.
Bonneville is all about prep work, long queues, and then sudden bursts of speed. We unload the bike from the van when we're close to the front of the queue. I start gearing up when we're about 5 vehicles back, staying in the AC of the van until it's nearly our turn. I have to be fully geared up, ready to ride when we're third from the front, so due to the heat, the umbrella, cold flannels and a garden sprayer filled with ice water from the chili bin are my best friends at this point. Tracy took on data duties, filling out the run sheets and taking weather readings for us. The events of the day are broadcast on the radio, so I was listening in on Linc and Harris doing a licensing pass on course 3 while we waited for our turn on course 2.
Lincoln, 164.5 at the cylinder quarter. So I think that's what he needs to do, total 150.
Nice.
So at 164 would be the best speed on this V97 Roadster.
Nice. Well done, Linc. No, we're all over it. It's all really good.
As cold as it could possibly be.
Yeah.
And 32 degrees.
It's not bad, baby.
Yeah, it's cool considering
Yeah.
temperature outside.
Oh, yeah. Okay, watching this one go off. That's what we'll be doing.
Out of the two, that one seems smoother. But you can run if it gets too crowded over there, you can run longer. Yeah, we have 7 miles.
Yeah. After 3 miles, I'm basically done anyway.
Okay.
So I've been here a few times, but my last time was 2019, so I've gone down the drain for the license, so I just went my way back up.
But this course is just that. We drove that yesterday. It's tighter. Yeah. Doesn't have much.
I suppose it's still fresh here, so no real recommendations on which side of the course or anything like that.
We haven't heard. No complaints.
Yeah.
So you ready?
Yeah, he's ready.
Called your number.
All right.
Be safe. Motorcycle 6677. This is the WRT Racing entry. Walter Rans Trevor, WRT, out of Napier, Hawke's Bay, New Zealand. Walter Rans and Trevor is the primary driver, sponsored by Schrappy's Originals, Crew includes Shane Morgan, Kevin
it's so
Davidson,
cute.
and Tracy Steele.
Oh,
Record in
that's
this
cute.
class, 2:12.477, established by the
That's
Hunter
cool.
Sills BMW motorcycle in 2021. And yeah, they had a 169 at the 2 mile and 168 at the 2 1/4.
We're going for the 175 speed, so that Walter gets his license back and can qualify on the long road.
So you're next. He's already 2
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, cool.
So if you need to work, take your time. So
We're all good, yeah.
yeah, okay, and I'll let you know when it's time to go up.
Bike number 6677. This is a 1000cc modified, partially streamlined gas motorcycle. WRT Racing again. L2, he had a 177.396, and at the 2 1/4, 175.298.
Yes. Wow. Awesome, Walt.
Slippery, but that should have done it. That should give us our B license.
And it did. So here's my B license, my 175 wings, which in turn means that I'm okay to go on the long course.
What's going on?
We've crossed over to the wrong side of the tracks in town and we're heading to Carmen's Black and White Bar
Nice.
to have a couple of beers and celebrate Lincoln's birthday.
Couple of brewskis. And now, who are you? Could you tell us who you are?
I'm the lackey.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's the lackey. I think he's actually the driver. Are you the rider?
Rider.
Rider.
And I was surprised that it says driver on there.
Yeah,
So it's obviously everyone gets the same.
same. Yeah.
I was surprised with that.
But I did find out today that there's a different trophy for the motorcycles. So if you get the record with the car, you get one with a little streamlined car on the top.
Yeah.
And the motorcycles, it gets a bike on it. He was in the queue behind us, also in a U-Haul there. And
That guy.
yeah. And he goes, oh, it's a trophy. And I'm like, can I see it?
Oh.
And sure enough, because I know Lincoln's trophy has the car on it from when he got a record in 2006. And yeah, this guy's had the little motorcycle on it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I saw her at the
There's a
time
bit of history there.
as well.
Oh, and that's the trophy Walter was just talking about.
That's the French guy I spoke to today.
With
his trophy.
Right, love it. Okay, so we're going to go up the hill, aren't we, team? Up the hill. Watch out for rattlers.
So we took a shortcut home from Carmen's up over the hill and down to the Nugget car park, where every night during Speedweek there's an impromptu car show happening. Well worth checking out.
We're going to course number 2 for Walt's first run today.
He just got his B-class license, which means he's now qualified to race greater than 175 miles an hour.
Is it just me or is the queue for course 1 shorter?
It probably might be.
It looks way shorter, right?
Yeah. Should we go back?
Around and join that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so Linc's next run will be another licensing run where he potentially could be getting a record. He's got to do a licensing run for his A-class license, which is 200 to 250 mile an hour, and the record that he's chasing is 242. So if he does between 242 and 250,
Yeah.
he'll not only get his A license, he will also get, he will qualify on the record and be taken to Impound.
That's awesome, Walt. Right, here we go. This time we're doing this is his next run, which is going to be basically his 175.
Can you just do this?
Just about.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Walt.
All right.
My first spraying session.
Oh, there's we've got the 650 here. No? What we're doing is getting ready.
You're attached.
You're attached?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Pulls it and attached.
Nice. Weather's done. Rag, you got the rag off, Trace. We've got everything else. Everything is gone. Your sunglasses. Yeah, we're ready to go. Car's going.
To right, we'll be right behind you, just a little bit slower.
Yeah, a little bit slower right behind you. A bit more than a little bit slow. Well, we won't only be a little bit, won't we? Because we're going to drop the hammer on this one.
No, we're
Let's go.
Stick to the speed limits, but
Yeah. No, we
bear in mind I'm sitting down there
getting bait.
Yeah. No, we do. We only speak to limits. Here we go.
Hey, sir.
How are you?
Hey.
Very good, thanks.
You ready to do this?
Yeah.
After him?
Oh, no worries.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Expecting something, but if I get a 2 something, I'll be coming back for an A license if that's okay.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Be safe.
Right. Oh, well, yeah.
WRT Racing entry, Walter Rands Trevor. Mile 2 is a 192.0. Mile 3, 196.377. Mile 4, 195.376.
Good work, Walt.
So 192,
196, 195.
195.
Oh, a little bit skaty, but not too bad. Certainly not the worst course I've ever run on. Be interested to see what the timing slip says. Okay, so slight update from my last video, getting off the bike. The official just came over to see if I wanted a water, and he said he didn't know the exact speed, but at the mile 3 I was over 200. That's my first 200 mile an hour pass on the salt. That will qualify me for my A license. This is very, very good news. I am one happy boy right now. Whew. Yeah, boy.
192, 195, 192, 196, 195.
Attention, permission to cross park.
The guy that came over and gave me the water said, I don't know what 2 times, but he said it was 3 miles, like 2
Oh, okay. The 4 mile, I said it was like take back.
That's fine.
We've got it. We've
I've done a celebratory video on there. Go.
Oh,
well, we'll go get the timing.
Get the
yeah,
timing
go get
sheets,
time
yeah.
slips. Yeah.
That's still
Stainless, that is not your car. It's number
196.
510.
Someone's lost a tire on track.
Whoops.
Yeah.
How the hell did you
Shredded
do that?
tire. Shredded tire.
Shredded tire.
Okay, all right. Let's
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get you in.
For vehicle 21, you have
What do you-
permission to
what
go
do we got?
across your
Yeah,
vehicle.
so we're gonna
Okay, we're going on to the course.
192, 196,
Thank you.
196, 195.
Felt pretty stable through the 2 to 3.
Yeah.
And it was between the 3 and the 4 that it found some loose salt and dug in.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's where you've just dropped one.
Nice. All right, what we're doing now, Walt, we're up to WRT Racing news reporter.
Just pulling it apart.
Nice.
Pull the plugs out and see what they look like.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull the data logs out of the computer, see how that run went, and make
Nice.
some calls as to where we go from here.
Okay, well then I'll just have a little look around here. What's on here? Let's got that crazy Ford. Crazy. Yeah, it's Spirit of New Zealand. Okay, so what are we trying to do today?
Well, first of all, we're going to go and watch Linc and do a run, and then once that's done, we are then going to go do a real fast whip around and line up for Walt to do his first run of the day.
Yeah.
And then we'll just see how that goes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he could do 200 today.
Yeah.
He did a few bits and pieces to the bike yesterday, so who knows?
Yeah, we changed the gearing, so it's absolutely, we could be doing 200.
Yeah, if he hits 200, they've said he can go back and retrospectively get his 200 license.
Yeah, so he goes from,
Cool.
so he goes from a B to an A.
Yeah, and then if he got that, then he'd be obviously going for the record. If not, I think that he'll probably strip the bike down tonight, and so it'll be go first thing in the morning and
New class.
go for a new class. So he'd have to get the bike inspected again, and so basically just take all the fairing off and make it a naked bike.
All right, okay, that's it for us for now. So about 5 cars outside for the front. Nicely done. How you feeling, Dwayne?
Very good.
Good, feeling good? Yeah, you're looking good, mate. You're looking like you're ready to rock.
I am.
Nice.
$1 million.
$1 million. You hit it here first. It's $1 million from Dwayne. Nice.
B gas roadster, the Harris family racing entry, Lincoln Harris the driver, record is 242.763. They are from Clive, New Zealand, of our Kiwis. Lincoln Harris is doing the driving on this car. Leslie is the crew chief. Dwayne Jones, Nigel Shaw, sponsored by Dwayne'sList.net. Engineering services by Hawks Bay. Okay, speed for the Harris roadster, Harris family racing roadster. Through number 2 at 185.483. 201.429. Mile number 3 was at 208.967. Lucky got a 242 to qualify. 2 more miles here. Okay, they're getting halfway there. They got a 222.620. 222.620 for mile 4. Mile 5, can it pick up another 20 miles an hour? Ugh, that's a tall order. Nope. 228.070 was mile 5 speed with a 229 exit speed.
Going with us. We did a 196 yesterday. We've made a couple of changes. If I do a 2 something, I'll come back and get your autograph. If that's okay for my A-class. Yeah.
Walter Rance Trevor is the driver. It's the WRT Racing entry. Through mile number 1 at 191.691. Through the 2 1/4 at 195.224. Through mile number 3 at 196.254. And mile number 4 was 197.268.
The bike was running close to redline for that entire run, so we quickly changed the gearing and joined the queue again for another run.
Did that Fiat 500 run?
Yeah.
Nice. Bambino.
It actually looks a little earlier than the...
Yeah, that looks like a super old one, doesn't it?
I used to work on those at a dealership.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. And Morris Miners and Mini Cooper.
Oh, nice.
Austin Hayes.
Oh.
Hillman's.
Oh, you remember the Hillman Hunter?
Did you see many with flames on them? Did you see many with flames on them?
No, earlier they set them on fire. I was working on them.
Oh, this thing's beautiful. Look at this coming up.
Well. That motorcycle had stopped too close to the course and they were trying to get it out of the way. Okay, here we go. Next vehicle, motorcycle 6677, long course bike.
Sounds good. We don't know what you got. That didn't come out on the radio, or it was jammed for us.
What we got was basically a carbon copy of the previous run. The gearing didn't make any improvement. My 200 mile an hour pass was not going to happen this trip.
Okay, we're here on the grounds with the roving eye reporter, Kevin Davidson. He's taking a bit of sick leave. He wasn't very good this morning for the team, but he seems to have come right now.
He's seen here for the team.
And now, well, we just want to go through what's going on now. Looks like we got a new number. Is that right?
We have. So just putting the new race number on. We're doing a class change from the partial streamlining to the open class, where we're not allowed any streamlining.
Nice.
So yeah, that means obviously all the bodywork's gone, no more screen. We've replaced the intake with a custom intake made by our mate Shrappy. That mounts our dash and replaces all the stays that normally hold the fairing in place. We've had a few adjustments to the handlebar position.
Yeah.
We've got a new front mud guard. Well, when I say new, what we have to do is go back to the factory one.
Yeah.
So this is actually the mud guard that the ZX10 originally came with. We have to run that in this class. We can't run our more aerodynamic one. And that's probably the bulk of the group changes. The rest of it is just been tidying up some wiring and stuff, making sure that everything is tucked out as much as possible. Putting the new race stickers on, because last change means new race numbers. And the final change before we're ready to go through tech inspection will be we'll change the gearing, because our speeds are going to be a lot lower there.
Yeah. So we'll do the gearing now?
Yes, before it goes back into the
Yeah.
gearing.
Yeah.
Then we'll go get tech inspected and
Nice. Line up for a run.
And what your best time in this?
185 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Which at the time was about half a mile an hour. I think it was about a quarter of a mile an hour off the record. But it was 185 point something, and I ran 185 point something, which is not a big enough something.
Yeah.
Since then, the record's gone up, so it's now 187. So we've got a steeper hill to climb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
Give it a shot, lads.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're giving it a shot. Oh, it looks like she's got something in the back of her throat.
You sound like you got something in the back of your throat.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so what do we got on the back here? What sprocket? We got a 39?
39.
39, yeah.
Oh, yes, we need to do our run sheet. You used to do that now, that's kind of fresh in mind.
Yeah.
I'll grab it, get that going.
It's 100cc.
Yep, this class is for all engine sizes at Bonneville. Fortunately for us though, we got a clean run through tech inspection and looped around immediately to get our first pass in the open class.
Motorcycle 7667.
Sunglasses. Visor.
Do this?
Yeah, and it's zipped up. All the way over. All right.
number 766.
Here we go.
To mile number 2, 186.911. 186. Four at 188. Mile number 3, 187.592.
187.
Since we have no data on this, I can't tell you what record he's after because we don't even know the class.
187, I think he's done it. You might have fucking qualified. 187.
On course number
I
3,
don't know,
like number
crackle.
248.
But it was 187, 186 at the 2, 187 at your court 2. But they don't know what class you're running in. 484.
Past the 3 right now. Let's see what our time is.
What is that?
188.24.
Damn!
We did it!
Did it?
Whoa, that was beautiful. Okay, so your other one was 187.592.
Brilliant. We're
So you
taking
did
it
it
to
in 2.
Impound.
Go to Impound.
My 188 mile an hour was only in the quarter, which isn't eligible towards a record. However, I had done 187.592 in mile 3, so that was good enough to qualify us to go to Impound.
I go straight to Impound.
I'm going to hand you one, Well. I got 3 printouts this time. You did it!
You did it well, you got it.
Walt.
Get back to the Atlas.
But
Yeah.
you need to get,
Okay. Yeah.
So just chuck me out at the Atlas,
Yeah,
put Walt in the front,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then I'll just follow you guys.
Okay. This is where everyone gets their gas for all different types. You got it. Nice. Walt.
Well, it's some good fuel you put in it last time. We'll have some more of that, please. Don't forget, it's a rental. 100 unleaded, correct?
Yep. Yeah, it's the oxygenated one, isn't it?
Yes.
Cool.
Well, we've just qualified at over 187 miles an hour. I think it's 187.5. God, I'm so excited. I forgot what it is already. How much is a gallon of white race fuel?
The 100 is $12 a gallon. Disqualified?
Yeah, we did.
Congratulations.
Thank you very
Sorry
much.
to interrupt your lunch.
Sorry to interrupt your lunch.
No, not a problem. Don't hit my boss.
Yeah.
Hey, good luck in the motorcycle tent right there.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep.
Alrighty. Oh, nice. We fucking qualified.
What speed did he do?
188, 246.
Okay.
We qualified.
Okay, a quick explanation. Qualifying just means that you've run faster than the current record. Now we have to leave the bike in Impound overnight before running over the same timed mile again next morning. This means our mile 3 speed today will be combined with our mile 3 speed tomorrow, and if the average of those two speeds is higher than the current record, then the record is officially ours. But even then, only after the bike has been through detailed checks to make sure that we're within the rules for our class.
Right, so we're now in the Impound area, and the boys are getting her out because she is qualified. And tomorrow we will come up and we'll be first on the salt. So it's dark and cold, and so we'll be here for that. And then we'll wait until the course opens at around 7:30, and then we will be able to take her out at the best possible time because it'll be nice and cool. Here you go.
I wonder if we should leave it in the van.
Leave it in the van. It'll be safe in the van. You don't need it. We've got the car. We're just.
Is that all right if we just leave the van out here?
That's awesome.
Just doing a debrief.
Doing a debrief. Nice.
Well, we're live on the ground team. We've done a qualifying run. We've got Tracy, Data Girl, Steel in the back, Walter, Balls of Field in the front, Kev, just making it through this deal of a cold. Yeah, so what we're doing now is we're doing our return run. Got our 187 miles an hour and change yesterday. I'm hoping to do the same again today. It looks like we've got really good conditions. Okay, well done, Walt. Any words?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Right, we're doing it. It's early this morning. It's a beautiful morning out on the salt.
First dozen vehicles on the salt.
Yeah, we're in the first dozen. 8 or 9 of us in Impound, all ready to rock. Here's our boy. Getting ready to, oh, look at that, and there's our girl.
Here's our boy and here's our girl. Okay, we're lubing the chain, doing tyre pressures. It's all looking good. Sun coming up on Bonneville. That's the tech inspection for cars, merchandise. View the pits. This is motorcycle inspection and also impound. There's a gas tanker over there. And the two courses are way up over here, but the course one runs right down the front here. Ferg, Rob, Shrappy, all you guys got us here. You got us here. I know you'd all want to be here right now, but you got us here. All those runs before, it's all led to this moment.
I want to say it's a brand new fresh course this morning, but it's not. It's the very first course we ever started on, but I think it has the best grip and it's the smoothest, and all the other courses have gone to shit, so this is what we did. We moved it over here, and hopefully it'll last the next 3 days, but if it doesn't, yeah, we gave it a shot. Anyway, I wish you all the best of luck, and be safe, and good luck, make a record, and have fun. Always have fun.
Always have fun. Look at that, it's not even turning.
No. So there is a bit of wind,
Yeah.
but it's coming from here. It's coming from 3 o'clock,
Yeah.
and even that's nothing at the moment.
Nice.
But the temperature is climbing,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we've gone up 2 degrees in half an hour.
Yeah. So there's not a breath of headwind. It's not even, the fan didn't turn at all. Yeah. Okay, we've been told to move directly up. In the first race, first guy just got a record certification.
Worry about which side, Doug. Are you okay? You're good.
We love Doug too, Nick.
Yeah. Wherever you went yesterday for your qualifiers.
Okay, so what have we got left, team?
So we got glasses, camera, reach round, pulling straight off 3 miles.
Still no wind wrong. That's good.
Yeah.
Ready?
We're ready.
Motorcycle 7, 6, 7, short. Bike 7667 at a speed of 186.138 through mile number 2. That was number 7667.
Mile number 3. Right. It's close.
7667 was not on our list of qualifiers, but that doesn't mean that he wasn't a qualifier from yesterday. Oh yes, he was on our list, but
So we say he's got a 186 this time, but it's down to the day.
Yeah, no, it's mile 3.
2655. This could be. This is a.
I think it's fair to say we don't know.
We don't know. We don't know. They never called it out. You got a 1.8. You did get a 186.152 in the 2 mile, but then they didn't call out 2 1/4 or the 3.
What I felt, the wind was, horrendous.
Oh.
But yeah, the course felt more slippery. It was wheel spinning a lot.
Yeah.
Wheel spinning a lot.
I couldn't find clean salt. I moved
Yep.
down a little bit on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
It got worse when I went out to the right. That was during the 2, which is why I thought my speed in the 2 would be slower.
Yeah.
But the wind in the 3 was very, very strong.
Very strong, yeah.
There is a chance I picked up
Yeah.
that time, but
Yeah.
holy moly, I just pulled off and the guy came over. He's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm okay."
Right, let's get you sorted.
Yeah.
Walt, do you need to read this?
Mile 3 time?
There's no mile 3, this is the problem. But look at 2 1/4.
What is it?
188.633. But there's no mile 3 time. I said to her, what about the mile 3 time?
And that is the question. Here's our timing slip from yesterday. You can see not only have we got a mile 3 line, but we've also got lines crossed off for mile 4, exit speed, and mile 5. And here's our timing slip from today, and it's got nothing between the 2 1/4 and the weather reading. Panicking ever so slightly, we raced back and spoke to the starter. We went and talked to the officials in Impound, and then all of a sudden one of the timing officials presented this, and this at 188.7 mile an hour was good enough for the record. But we still weren't out of the woods yet. We still had to have the engine inspected to make sure that we weren't over the size limit for our class.
And you're either going to have some good luck or bad luck. You can't get the tool down there straight. What you're going to have to do is unbolt this thing and cant it. But let me see if I can.
My angle grinder tight lock.
That's good. So that's good. That's a good thing. Now,
Oh, yes. So what does that mean, Walt?
I think it's just saved us a whole heap of work.
Yeah.
Means the engine can stay in one place.
We got it. It's close enough.
you have a 948cc motorcycle.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was expecting.
Maybe still mentioned. Once we come back next time, we don't have to get a resource.
Well, this is going to be the last of WRT Racing's correspondent on the Salt. We'd just like to
We've fired him because he can't get the name right.
that's become the joke. So anyway, Walter, what are you holding there? Can you tell me a little bit about your land speed record?
Fruits of our labour. Finally got a record. So, new class record, 1000cc open class modified production motorcycles of 178 miles an hour, 0.146.
187, wasn't it?
Yeah, that too.
We're so wrecked. We don't even know how fast we went. But we know we got the land speed record.
Because we just got the trophy.
Because we got the trophy. So anyway, so we're talking miles an hour. So how many? Yeah, so that's about 303 Ks.
Yeah. So the on a naked bike, 303k an hour.
Naked bike, 303 Ks.
So there you have it. A bit of a roller coaster ride, but in the end we got the job done and we're coming home with a trophy. As always, thank you all for watching and we'll catch you on the next one.